I'm Mel from A Bevy of Bevins and welcome back. I'm doing a series on morning baskets and what we put in them. So you can like and subscribe and then you'll get notified of what any more that come out. So this time our morning basket is on dinosaurs or paleontology. So paleontology also includes fossils, other mammals that lived during before prehistoric mammals. So this is actually a really large morning basket for us, and this one is actually going to take us probably a month to get through, maybe not quite. And as usual, I base it on a book, and then we expand out and find everything else we can find around the home. We love dinosaurs, so we've got quite a bit on dinosaurs. So let's get into it. So the books, it's a little bit different. So usually I use a novel to base my morning baskets on. Today we're using a non-fiction called Dinosaur Unleashed, and this is a dinosaur book a Christian dinosaur book, sorry. So and what we do is we read through it and we learn about the different dinosaurs in it, which the kids love. And so this is kind of our base. We're using this, we're looking at 1 or 2 dinosaurs a day, and then we've got a whole lot of other things that we're using. So our other base books, and we've got another 2 of these. There is, but I don't have them here with me at the moment, but you choose, could you survive the Cretaceous period? We've also got the Jurassic period and the Ice Age. And my kids love this, and it's a very small book. But so far, I think we've done 7 paths, so it's like a path adventure, and we still haven't come across the same ending yet. So there is 33 choices and 17 endings, so we read it and we sit in a group and we read it, and for this sort of book, we just take turns. Every kid has a turn picking a path, and we really just follow on from what they've done. So that's the other kind of base book we're using. So I'm going to go through my books and then I'll show you all the other activities we've got. As you can see, this book here, this is a Untold Secrets of Planet Earth, Monumental Monsters. So this is prehistoric animals. It is also a Christian book, but it's really fascinating. So it talks about like mammals and what they were originally and now how they bigger up they are now. And my kids love it. They find it fascinating to have a look about all the different, so like this is a capybara, and this is an ancient form of that. And so our kids love seeing how things were different, and then we talk a little bit about adaptation with it and how creatures have adapted to their environments and things like that. So we love this book, it's great. We then have this book here, which we really love, and this is called What's Where on Earth, the Dinosaur Atlas, and we love this because you can look at where they came from. So you can go to different continents and you can see what dinosaurs were in that continent, so we really like that. It's lots of facts, and we love facts. We also have the Dinosaur Atlas, and this is a Lonely Planet book, and they're lovely. Sorry, I just did this way, it's a bit easier. And they have facts, but they're kind of divided differently. So it's not kind of just all continents. It's often by like who's the fiercest, or that one's fossils. So it has a topic, and then so we're finding this one harder to find. Like if you want information about the T-Rex, it's harder to find facts on this, but it's great for diving into just dinosaur and paleontology in general. We have this book, which is a question and answers book. We like Osborne books, they're nice and simple. This one doesn't have realistic pictures, but it's just really fun. So you can lift the flaps and how big was the biggest dinosaur, and it tells you lots of things. So this is another little fact book. We really like fact books. We also have See Inside the Wood of Dinosaurs, which we also really love. Similar, but talks lots about the different characteristics of dinosaurs. So we did T-Rexes, so we read about fencing battles, and the kids just love lifting the flaps and things. We have, we like to have some New Zealand books. Oh, there's another one we have, which is animals of the past, but I haven't got it in here because some kids have been looking at it. But so this is a New Zealand lady called Joan Whiffen and how she discovered fossils. We've got a whole series of these. We really love this series. They're by David Hill. If you are a New Zealander and are keen to find out who they are, there's I think there's 5 or 6 in the series. I think 6. And so this is on Joan Whiffen, and who is a fossil hunter in New Zealand. We have Dinosaurs and Their World. This is once again just a nice book on facts where it talks lots about it. So these are just fun books that we'll pick up and we'll use and find the information we need. We won't necessarily read them front to back because there's a lot of information. And this is called Dry Bones Are the Fossils. And so this is more of a story book, but it gives us a lot of scientific facts. And so we haven't started this one yet. We may not get to this one, but if we do, we probably just read parts of it, just because that's kind of how we're working. We like cat and hat books, they're just so silly, but they give some little facts. So this is Oh Say Can You Say Dinosaur, and it is just a cat and hat book, so that's fun. We have Fossils of Long Ago, which we've read. We really like the Let's Read and Find Out Science series, particularly for the kind of under 8-9 age group. Lots of pictures, but really good facts and scientific-based speech, so we like that. We also have this one, which is Archaeologistic for Clues. We've read both of those. We have some fun books. Do I have all of them? Yeah. So these are the silly books, and we love this series. So there's a Stegosaurus on the stairs, there's a Diplodocus at the door, and there's a T-Rex in town. And these books, there's also bug books that we like as well. So they ask silly questions like, what if a T-Rex came for a sleepover? Would he pack a toothbrush? And they're simple to read, so we can read them quite quickly. And it says a T-Rex wouldn't need to brush his teeth. He'd grow a new tooth when his old ones fell out. And some of them were as big as bananas. So we are just really fun little books. They are all cartoony, but they're just hilarious. The bug ones are hilarious too, and they're called Would You Rather, and they're great. We have this book by Gail Gibbons. We really love Gail Gibbons. Love her pictures, love how she speaks about scientific fact. So this book is great because although it only gives a little bit of information about things, it gives the correct scientific names. So when you're looking at sauropods, you can see the differences, and theropods. So that we just love her books. Love them. Always, if we can find one in the series, we'll go for it. We also have a couple of books on Mary Annie, so we try to have some living books as well. So this time our living books are The Fossil Girl and Stone Girl, Bone Girl. And if you're interested, She Sells Seashells, and The Tongue Twister is based on Mary Annie. So we read these. Usually we try to put in a Who Was book, but I don't have any for dinosaurs, so we didn't this time, but we've got lots of other fun things that we've got in here. So we've also got a dinosaur activity book that I happened to come across. It's pretty old, but it's great. It has lots of different things you can do, probably more for the younger age group. So we've only done a few of them, but it's fun to have just another little fact, or craft or something if you need it. So that's that. That's more of a teacher's book. We also have a colouring book. It's also quite old. You can see it's a bit yellow, but pictures haven't been used, so we just photocopy it. Or depending on how many kids want to colour it in, they might just go with it in a book. So, and they have some cool facts and information. So the colouring books are my favourite colouring books for that reason. They have great pictures, but also facts with them, and we always love learning more. We also have these books here. Now these are factivities, and as you can see I've got two different ones because I didn't realise that. I had this one a long time ago, and then I picked up these two, and these ones my kids are enjoying much more. This one is for my older child, and it's just reading and facts, and there are a few little activities, but mostly it's just reading about dinosaurs, and he wanted something that was really fun. So my two girls do this, and as you can see, some of them already coloured it in and added stickers in, and they just, maybe if I'm reading, they'll go ahead and, just this one called the sticker book, and they'll go ahead and they'll just, do different things. There's a maze, there's different things like that. So those are just really fun little activity books to be found. They're not part of our learning as such, they're just extras where they may glean some facts and it's interesting. But generally we have those for while I read, or if things we're just sitting and talking and things like that, and the kids will do that. So morning time has a lot of that in it. We also have, which we haven't started because I don't know if it's not there yet, and you can't see it because it's paint by numbers dinosaur picture that we found in one of our local stores for a few dollars. So we thought that would be just something fun to add to our collection. And then we have all the very fun activities that we do. So we have, this is a draw and write game, and we have love games. So this is the Welcome To series. If you have heard of that, then this is Dino World, where you're drawing in your dinos and fitting them into a grid. So that's really fun. We love this company of games. So we have Dinosaur Bingo, which is fun. Usually we like the other ones because they have realistic pictures, a bit more like watercolour drawn, but these don't. But that's fine. It still gives us all the names of the dinosaurs, so we can practice learning the names of them, and it gives them what they kind of roughly look like. So that's great. Then we have this one, which is called the Great Dinosaur Rush, and you're collecting bones. These are the little rods of bones, and you end up building dinosaurs. So that's fun as well. We also have a puzzle, which we're actually going to start next week. So we'll do this all together, and the kids will just come and go and put pieces in. Puzzles are really good for logic and creative thinking. Particularly, we try to encourage my girl who has some processing stuff to do puzzles because that's a really challenge for her, but that process and logical thinking is very important. So those are some of our games. We have Professor Noggin's The World of Dinosaurs, which we love, and we always do this when we start. If we have a Professor Noggin's game, we'll always do this at the start of every morning basketball unit studies so that we can see how much we've learned by the end. We'll play it a bit in the middle of it too, but always at the start and always kind of at the end, so we can kind of see how far we're going. The kids love Professor Noggins, so they play all the time. We also have another little puzzle, which if you notice is the same as the other one because we were gifted one, but this is great. My girl who struggles with puzzles managed to do this by herself. It's 150 pieces, but it's a great travel size puzzle that takes up, it's a 30 centimetre by 20 centimetre puzzle, which if you're American it's like by 12 inches, so not a very big puzzle. It means we can take it and she can do that, so that's another one. We've also just started to get into top trumps, which for a while I wasn't convinced on them because I thought, it's not really a game, it's just you play a card and you have to beat everyone else, but you don't really, but the kids love them and they have cool dinosaur facts on them, or whatever facts there are top trumps for heaps of subjects, so love top trumps at the moment. Excuse me, I'm just going to jump and bring these over here so I can reach all of these things. So we also have, from the same people who did the dinosaur bingo, match these bones. Now we love these games. These are pairs or matching, but they are not simple. So they aren't just match the same thing. It is, you have to match the dinosaur with its bones. Now we've played this a couple of times and we have to have the little book with us all the time, every single time, to see if we're matching right, because some of the dinosaurs are quite hard to see whether they're the right dinosaurs. But we love this, love the fact that it's just another way to concrete these ideas into, and because it's a little bit more challenging than just a normal pairs game or matching game. There's a whole series of them and we have heaps of them and we love them. We have Dinosaur Dig, which is also like a memory game or a pairs game. It's just a simpler version and it's the same thing. It's bones versus animals. I mean, like actual dinosaurs versus their bones. Easier to match, it also has the words. So we played this one and we played the other one as well. We also have a dinosaur joke book that I found at our local maybe dollar shop type thing. It was only a few dollars. Some of the jokes aren't very funny, I must say. Some of them are hilarious. So it's A to Z of dinosaurs jokes. I should read you one because why not? It said, what do you call dinosaur jesters? Fossil fools. So, see, the kids think they're funny, but there we go. We'll read a few of those. We have, this is another thing that we have and kids are excited about, and it's called dinosuars, which is just origami, and it's simple folds, but you get the dinosaur paper, so when you're finished making them, they come out looking like little dinosaurs. So some of them are a bit harder, others aren't, but it's really fun to make, and you could use normal paper as well and just like draw on the eyes and things when you need to. So that's dinogami. We also have Lego. We like to include something that has instructions to follow. Like I said, dinosaurs, we have heaps of stuff on it, so we actually have a whole lot of extra stuff that we've had for years and that the kids play with us. But anyway, we have dinosaur Lego. We love creating Lego because one set you can build 3 things, and if you don't know, if you scan the QR code, you can actually build a 4th dinosaur. So we love these. The kids can build them, and we have a different dinosaur out every day. Depending on which child built it is how long I get to keep it out. Then we have a little box of fossils. These are just, we bought them at our local science shop, and I'm pretty sure you can get them most places. They have things like shark teeth, and just lots of shark teeth, and lots of other little tiny fossils. And so the kids really like them because they're real, and it's nice when you see something real. Lots of, we also have the two collection of fossils, and we've played lots of games where we've buried them in sand, we've buried them in cloud dough, we've buried them in obelisk, which is what do you call it, goop. So we've done lots of fun things with these. We've made rubbings, so like that's another lot of fossils, and then we have a little collection of dinosaurs, which we, as you can see, we really like them, and we really like them. They're nice and little, so the kids sometimes take them out. We've had them play with them lots. As you can see, they're lovely and small. If we're taking them out, I just put them in a little cloth bag, not a plastic container, but a plastic container is great for when they're stored out and about, so that when they get knocked over, they are easy to pick up. And we keep our little things that come with them so the kids can name what dinosaurs they are. So that's what's currently in our dinosaur morning basket. And to run along this, we're doing the Good and the Beautiful paleontology unit. And we love the Good and the Beautiful science. And like I said in my previous one about oceans, we don't always have a science video that matches, but we had started paleontology with the Good and the Beautiful. And then I realised actually we weren't getting into all the other dinosaur stuff we had around because we were busy doing other stuff, so I decided to make it our morning basket for the next few weeks anyway, so that we could just use all the resources we have. So that is our my morning basket for this little period. Then we're going to have fairy tales will be next, so we're going to look at some fairy tales, and we've got some games to do with that obviously. And that will probably take us to Christmas, and we will do a Christmas morning basket as well. I might sneak in robots as well. We'll see. So stay tuned. Comment below what you put in your morning basket. I'd love to hear. And have a great week. Bye.